What's up, everyone? So we have a candidate on here that I've worked on before. I was actually the one that replaced this. Anyway, so when I replaced that, I told the owner that I believed that one of the gears, or whatever that would be considered, on top of the spindle was starting to go out. And he wanted to kind of use it and just wait for it to go out. So one day he calls me up and says, I am getting a lot of noise. Can you take a look at it? Not knowing what machine it was. This was months before, so, he probably forgot. I definitely forgot. So next thing I know, I end up getting the machine back, and I see I've worked on it. I'm like, oh, okay. Then it instantly hit me what the noise was. When you flip this machine over, this blade will be perfectly fine. You will move it, and you can actually see the belt move. The other side, though, it's a completely different story. So you see how this is like kind of rounded? Well, hopefully you can see it's rounded. That's usually not good. Now, that is supposed to fit into here. Now you see how there's like this little lip, kind of like almost like a key on both sides. It's not supposed to be like that. How it is supposed to be, it's like that. Let's show you the difference between the two. Bad, good. Bad, good. So basically what this is doing, it was almost like free spinning. Not all the way, because it's not all the way egged out yet, but that's getting pretty close. That definitely is close. So what I am doing is I'm just going to get a whole new piece. In addition to that, a new rod, bolt, whatever it would be considered. And yeah, so we're going to replace it. There is something I do want to mention though. When you are purchasing this, unless you're buying both, in which case you're going to still want to listen, that one is longer than that one. This is a short one. So if you go on the internet and you think, oh, I'll just buy two of the ones, I need to replace both. No. You need to have one for each side. See where the belt attaches to that pulley? It's I don't know, inch longer, maybe a little less, a little more. So when you buy it, you need to make sure that you don't get the wrong size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the blade, because the blade's still good, and then we will go ahead and get installing. Let me tell you a quick thing about this. When I ordered this, it actually is supposed to come with this little adapter for the blade. I did not get it. So I don't know if I just read it wrong or what, but we're going to reuse the old one because it's fine. In addition to that, I also, when I took it off, the nut, somebody had been trying to take this off before, I'm assuming, because there was fresh scratches on there to the point where it was rounded. So I did have to get a new bolt, or excuse me, a new nut. So if it doesn't look right, it's not. It's because it's the wrong type. But it fits, it should be fine. So I want to mention that before I continue. So first things first, I need to get this kind of angled up, because whenever you see a belt like this, which this one looks almost brand new, would make sense. I think I put a brand new one on. That is a timed belt. The reason why they have a timed belt is the blades, if you don't time them right, will hit each other, and which could be the cause of that noise. So stick tuned to the end. I'm going to tell you another cause of that noise. But one of the causes of that could be that your belt had slipped, or you have a bad belt, or I'll tell you two reasons at the other end. So make sure to stay tuned to the end. If this isn't the reason why yours is making noise, then I'll tell you two very common reasons at the end. So I put this on hand tight because it's going to be significantly easier with the blade on for timing purposes. I have it lifted up a little bit, like so I can get my hand and everything in there and kind of go from there. But we're going to watch from the top and then take it from there, because the top is kind of, I don't want to say the most important, but it's pretty much what you're going to see whenever you're doing this. Something I wasn't expecting is the nut that I had for the old one, because that's the one I tested it on, didn't work. So I don't know if they changed it or I got an aftermarket one. I'm pretty sure I didn't get an aftermarket one, but still didn't work. I need to pick this up a little bit so I can get it angled to the point where I have enough space. That's going to tip you over, so I'll do that right back. So this is never fun, but let's just start the fun part now. I'm going to do this without the belt because it's going to be a lot easier than having to deal with the belt and this. And if you, at this point, got the wrong one, you'll notice. Probably should find the right socket to make sure that's tight, huh? I saved you the noise of tightening. So right now the blade is going like this. Now the other side, we need to have going 90 degrees the other direction. So it should be going, the blade should be facing the front of the motor. I just set it that way. I don't know how tight this belt is to begin with, but let's see. We can put it on without having to loosen it. I don't really think so, but now. So what we need to do now is we need to turn our attention to this just amazing setup. I don't really know what's going on there, except there was some serious funkery, which I will let you know was not my fault. I did not do the funkery on that one. I tried to fix the funkery, but I can only defunkify so many things in one day. Hopefully that's a little bit of a better shot, but I think that's a 1/2 inch. Normally it's a 1/2 inch. I want to loosen this. Not all the way though. I just want to give me plenty of slack for the blades. What that does is it moves this, or allows this to go farther out. So I'm going to make sure the blades are still in the right orientation. If it's like a tooth or so off, it's not horribly, bad, but if it's a few teeth off, that's, well, no one's proud of their uncle with like 4 missing teeth. Just put it that way. There we go. There we are. So now I'm going to check. I'm going to put the blade back where it needs to be, and the other side check it. Looks like it's good to go. So now I'm going to put this right here. I need to put you somewhere else. Then we will turn it on and make sure everything is a-okay. It'd be hard to kind of show it, but I'm going to show you anyway. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, don't need this in my way. Every time I work on one of these machines, it doesn't matter who they're from, there's always missing bolts on this cover. Every single time. I used to put them back because it's a very generic bolt. And it got to the point where I just stopped because it literally is every single time. Let me put it in perspective. This one should be 4 of these, except one should be longer. I have one. This is the one that goes on the other corner. As you can tell, it's not exactly OEM. So I don't understand what exactly is going on every single time. If you know, leave a comment below. I'd love to know how this happens. My apologies for not actually showing you the problem in the beginning. Basically, it would just sound like blades hitting each other. That was the problem. So, yeah. And to take it off, it's literally just the opposite of what we just did. So hopefully you could put two and two together, or color in the lines, whatever you want to say. Anyway, belt's tight, covers on, what would be considered on, and I think we should be set. The little door, it's missing. They didn't give it to me. He says it's on his truck, so I'm just gonna believe it. Boom. No more noise. So we are good to go. So I'll make good on my promise. I'll explain the two other things that are common. I already mentioned one. Another one, bad bearings or bad spindle, however you want to look at it. There's two bearings in it, top and the bottom. The spindles is a solid piece of metal, it gets screwed in. I would always recommend changing the bearings and not the spindle, because there's no way those bolts are going to come out without snapping off, and that's just a giant pain to have to drill 8 bolts, unless you live in an area where you get no rain and there's no corrosion at all. So if you do, you probably can get away with it. So that's another thing. Another one could very well be, like I mentioned before, the belt slipping, so maybe a bad belt. But another thing is it could be so gunked up with dirt in there that the little grooves on the piece that we replaced gets filled with dirt, and that dirt kind of makes the belt slip right off of it, especially when it's under some type of cutting load, and it will skip time, and then you'll have a problem like that. Those are two very common issues. The second one you can actually take care of by just taking the door off, getting like a screwdriver and scraping it off, move the blade. But then you really want to make sure you're in good time, so you very should just go ahead and take that off and do it the right way. And it's going to allow you to clean the rest of the junk that's probably underneath there, because if there's dirt wedged in the teeth, there's dirt everywhere. So you're good to go. If you like what you see, keep watching, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at SmallEngine101. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. If this helps you out, put a thumbs up, because that helps me out a lot. And I will see you on the next one. You have a good rest of your night.